This is Ashwini. Welcome to CKA Cert Hands-On channel. The purpose of my channel is to get people who want to give CKA exam get started on their hands-on practicing journey once they finish a formal course of CKA and have a basic understanding of Kubernetes concepts. This creates a depth in your understanding of each concept and helps you crack CKA exam easily. With that introduction, let's get started with today's video. This is the 6th video in networking series. I have a playlist for each concept of Kubernetes prompted in the video, and also the link is provided in the description. So let's try to understand that question. Let's set the context first. Create an Nginx pod named Nginx pod CKA using the Nginx image and expose it internally with a service named Nginx service CKA. Verify your ability to perform DNS lookups. Use name test nslookup for the service name from within the cluster using the busybox 1 to 8 image. Record the results in nginx service.txt. Okay, let's try to create the pod. We'll try to create the pod today using imperative commands. So that is kubectl run the name of the pod minus image equal to nginx. Now you can specify the port, but nginx generally runs on port 80, but I'll just give port as well. Let's see. I'll try to describe the pod. Nginx CKA. Let's check if the pod is running. It is running. Now let's create the service and expose the pod. kubectl expose the pod. Minus name equal to service name minus port equal to 80. So we have to give what kind of resource it is. So expose pod nginx pod CKA and the name of the service and port 80. Now we'll describe the service. Support is 80 and select was run equal to nginx port CKA cluster IP, and it's got the endpoint. So the service name is nginx service CKA. Now we need to run, it is not directly asked in the question, and this is where it is a little confusing. It says verify your ability to perform DNS lookups. Use name test nslookup for the service name from within the cluster using the busybox 1 to 8 image. So they're not telling you how to do this. They're just saying, okay, use name for what, how are you doing it? So how you can do it is create another pod, a temporary pod, which can in the cluster, and then use that pod to execute the command nslookup for that service, and then record the result in nginx service.txt. So let's try to create a new temporary pod. So kubectl, and the name of the pod is test nslookup. Okay, and it says use this busybox image. And we'll add a command to just sleep for a few seconds. Now if you list the ports, you will have test nslookup running as well. Now we have to use this pod and try to do an nslookup against that service. How you do that is do a kubectl execute -it, and this is the pod that you're running against, and then you give a minus and do nslookup and the service name. Let's see if that gives us any response. Okay, that's not the pod. Have to give the service name. Okay, so it is giving the IP. It is getting resolved to this IP, and then the actual FQDN is fully qualified domain name is your service, and then default service, and then your domain, it's cluster.local. So that is it. Now it is working, and what we have to do is save this in a text file, and that is it. That is how you do an nslookup against the service. This is the end of the video. Now if you like the video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. I will post a link for all of my networking videos and the networking playlist in the description below. I am going to upload more videos on CKA 2025 concepts. So please do not forget to subscribe to my channel for further updates. Thank you. Bye.